My name is Justin. I'm 26 years old. I'm a workaholic. I work outside all day and come home at 7 or 8 in the evening. I'm 26 years old and I've never seen anything like this before. There is an old house in our village. Since I've known I saw him dead. My mother used to tell me as a child, play everywhere else, never go into this house, you will be afraid in it. I've never been in this house since I was a kid, but the kids were in the house a few times. They said there's no danger in this house. I still remember that when we were friends playing cricket in childhood, our hair went into this house. So a friend of mine picked it up. Then he heard a voice from inside the room saying, we quickly removed the man from the house. Then whenever we play cricket, we try not to let the hair fall in this house. Even if I had gone, I would not have gone to get the hair inside because since childhood, I obeyed my mother. Now that I'm young, I don't live in that house. But tonight, as I was coming home from work, I heard a woman crying. Although I was far away from this house, I could feel the sound coming from this house. At first I thought, let's go home. So there's a sound. I went closer to the house and peered through the wall, but now the sound had stopped. I went back inside and heard a voice. I quickly approached the wall. I slowly put my feet on the ground so that the sound of my footsteps would not enter. But now, when I peeked through the wall, I could hear a little voice inside. The voice was something like this. Someone free me from here. I am hungry. Someone free me. The sound suddenly stopped. I went inside the mansion again because the wall of the mansion in the back passage was broken. When I entered, there was silence in the hall, the sound of dogs barking outside. Now I could hear voices, but there was silence inside the mansion. Some rooms in the mansion were locked with strong locks. The doors of some rooms were broken. I looked around the room and didn't see anything. I went to the other room. There was nothing there, but the soil was still falling from the ceiling above that room. When I saw all this, I realized that the roof of this room had just broken. I got surprised to see it. Where's the sound coming from? Now, as I was about to step out of the mansion, I felt something behind me. When I looked back, there was nothing. Now, I'm afraid of my own shadow. I was so scared I thought it was my dream. But then I heard a voice from the room. I approached the room. The woman's voice was still coming from the room. Free me! I see the room is locked. When I look out the window, I don't see anything. The door was locked from the inside and nothing could be seen from the outside. I slowly backtracked so that I could get out of here. But I see it. It's like my legs are frozen. I wanted to get out of here, but I couldn't. As night fell, I began to shout, "Save me!" But my voice was going out, but no one came to the mansion. Because all the villagers were afraid of this mansion in the day, how could they come at night? After my run, my legs are as good as they've ever been. I ran out of the house again. Now I came home scared, but I was still so afraid, as if something was still with me. I looked all the way back to see if anything was following me. I tried to sleep in my room, but I couldn't. In the morning, I go to work. Now one thing came to my mind. Now is the time of the day. Why don't I look at this mansion now? What's in this room? My mind was still not at peace. Who's the woman in the room? It was morning. It was time. 9 p.m. I was late for work today. I walked into the back of the house. Now I was also afraid of my villagers. Don't look at it. But I quietly entered the house. I slowly walked into the room. At first I looked out of the window, but the window was still locked from the inside. But when I looked at the door, it was broken. I was amazed and worried. The door was closed at night. Now I'm even more scared. I poked my head inside the door, trying to see if there was anything still inside. I see a chain is tied on each of the 4 walls, but there was nothing else. But seeing all this, every servant can think that something or the other must have been tied in this room at night. Otherwise, how can it be that there are chains on the 4 walls? Then I called all the villagers to this mansion and told my whole story to everyone at night. I heard a woman's voice from this mansion. When I look at the night, this door was completely closed. When I look at the day before, I saw all this. Now, you tell me what will happen. Then the villagers said something, as we all know. In this old heavily evil shadows still remain as before. This is the house at the moment. It was the year 1935. But all of these villagers came to see this old mansion since they were born. But who owns it till today? No one knows this. Now this mansion is occupied by the government, but the government does not take care of it. I was very fond of horse rearing since childhood, but I have never ridden a horse until today because the village I live in. There aren't any horses. Everyone has sheep and goats. My name is Leo, and I am the only son of my parents, and I have a sister. My father is working hard. I am now 16 years old, studying in Class 8, and my sister is 12 years old, studying in Class 4. It was a normal life in our house, but then one night, everything changed. Everyone was asleep, but I was still in my room. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I went to the bathroom. I went to the washroom, but when I was returning, I heard a sound outside my house, as if something was eating. At first I was scared, but I never heard it. What's that sound? When I opened the door, I saw a horse eating grass. There was a tree on the side of the door of our house. The horse's colt was tied to it and next to it, as if someone had deliberately laid grass. I was very frightened by this sight. Who's the horse tonight? Why are we locked out of our house? Then I woke up my father and told him all about it. My dad looks outside the mansion. There was actually a baby horse, and it was eating grass. And then my mother told me, "Whose horse is this?" My mother was surprised to see the horse. Who will be the horse and who will be tied outside our house? No one in our village has ever owned a horse. Then we thought, who is it going to be? Then my father untied the horse's colt from the tree and brought him inside the house from outside, as it was extremely cold outside. That is why my father said, "It is still small. It has to be tied inside the room." My father tied the baby horse in a room. Then my father said to them all, "Whoever it is, he will come in the morning. Don't die of cold. I've been thinking all night. Who will be the horse in front of our house? But it's good. It's a horse, very beautiful, black in color, and white eyes, and large hair with her neck." But I liked the horse very much. As soon as the morning came, our whole house was still in the thought that someone would come to our house. This horse's child is ours. The whole day passed, and no one came to our house. It was also widely known in the village that a young horse was left at Leo's house at night. But whose? No one knew. Then a young man from the village said, "I know this. Whose horse is that? I saw a woman holding such a horse with a rope and walking on the road, but I did not see her leaving the horse in front of your house, because I was rushing to get milk from the market at that time." All the villagers said to the young man, "Have you ever seen this woman before?" I told everyone I'd never seen her before, but I could tell she was a woman. Of the city, that is. He wore fine clothes. that a poor woman could not wear. Then all the villagers went to their homes, but the woman was well known by my father in the city and elsewhere, but nothing was known. Finally, we stopped looking for the mistress of the horse's cub. Time passed. Finally, a month passed, but no owner of the horse was found. A year later, the horse grew. I knew how to ride a horse. I lost my entire village on horseback. One day, I went a little farther on my horse, about 12 kilometers from my village, where a river of water flowed and very tall trees. Here I tied my horse to a false tree and began to drink water, but my horse broke the rope and started running towards the trees. I was terrified because my horse had never done that before. I ran away with my horse. My horse came to a halt. I looked at it from a distance, wondering why the horse had stopped here. It was a place I had never been to before. Now I'm too scared to see it. My horse approached the well and continued to look down, as if something else was calling him down. I called to my horse in my own voice, as I would have spoken to him at first. The horse did not look at me, but after a while the horse returned on its own. I was very afraid of this well, so I couldn't go and see it. Then I took hold of the horse's rope and got on the horse. But now I was too afraid to ride the horse, because I could see tears in the horse's eyes, and the horse was sweating profusely. I reached home, tied the horse to my place, and went straight to my father, and told him the whole story, how the horse broke the rope and went to a well and looked down. My father, on hearing this, became upset and asked me, "Son, have you gone to this well or not?" I say to Baba, "Baba John, I have been watching all this from a distance, but I have not gone near this well." Then Baba said to me, "My good son, do not go near this well, otherwise something bad could happen to you." When the father sees the condition of the horse correctly, he says, "He has seen something bad, so he is afraid. To get rid of his fear, this horse will have to be taken to this well once again. Only then it will be fine, otherwise his condition may worsen." Then my father took the horse to the well. There was a woman's clothes. First I take out the clothes from the well, then I go and burn the clothes, then I take the horse to the well. But this time, when the horse saw inside the well, his eyes became red. Then the horse ran back, came to the river of water, and began to eat grass. My father brought the horse back home. When he came home, the horse was as safe as ever. I'm still afraid to ride a horse. She came back for her baby, but the child she was asking for, with his parents 2 years ago. I'm a police officer. One day a woman came saying that, "I want to sue my husband. He does not return my children." I first asked her husband's name, and I said, "What's your name?" The woman said. So I said, "Tell me your town." When he told me the name of his village, I was surprised and worried. There is no servant named Rahul living here. Then I called one of the soldiers and told him that there was a man named Rahul living in the village. When the soldier found out, he said to me, "Sir, there is no Rahul." Then I said to the woman, "Ma'am, there is a servant named Rahul in this village. If not, who are you going to sue?" Then I suspected the woman, as if her mental balance was not right. She would look around like crazy, as if she was forgetting something. I said, "Do you have an ID card of your husband or a photo of him?" The woman said that there is a photo of my husband in my house. "I can show it to you." I sent my soldier with the woman, go with the woman. They quickly came up with the photo. The soldier went with the woman. Then my soldier came back to me and told me, "Sir, when I went to her house At first, the woman was not getting her own house. Then a strange thing happened. When she showed her house to me, she asked me to stay outside. I will take photos. When it went in, as if it had forgotten, someone was waiting for me outside. I waited another 10 minutes. Then I looked through the wall of the house. I couldn't see anyone. Then as soon as I put my hand on the door of the mansion was not locked from inside. It opened. As soon as I entered the mansion, I didn't see the woman anywhere. There was only one room in the house. As soon as I went into the room was completely empty. There was no equipment in it, like a deserted room. There wasn't any stuff on the outside. I was looking at the whole mansion. Then there was a sound from inside the room, as if something had fallen. When I went, there was a frame, inside which there was a photo. "This is the woman who came to the police station, sir." He asked what happened next. "Then, sir, as soon as I bring that photo outside the room, I look carefully. The woman is also sitting with a child in her lap, but her husband's face is not clearly visible, as if someone has deliberately disappeared the face of the dust in the photo." Then I came out of the mansion and asked one of the servants who the house belonged to. So I was more than surprised by what the neighbor said. How could this happen? The neighborhood says 2 years ago, a boy named Rahul lived here. He and his wife had an accident. They both had a child with them. All 3 of them left this world, but now this house is deserted. Rahul was not far behind. As I said to the neighbor, "Did you ever see his wife while she was alive?" The neighbor said, "I saw it." As soon as I show him the photo, he says, "Yes, she was his daughter." So I came here to take this picture. Sir, I do not understand anything. This woman has left the world 2 years ago, but came to the police station a while ago. I'll tell the soldier, in the camera of the police station, we see that the woman is really her, or she was someone else. But when we saw the CCTV video, then we found out that when the woman came to the police station, the light had gone out an hour ago. So no video was recorded now. But I still remember this incident in my life, and my soldier also saw this woman with his own eyes. She came to the police station and disappeared in the house. This is a story that happened to me 12 years ago.